I want to talk about the Moondrop Chus. These are $20 in-ear monitors. I want to call them earbuds for the sake of simplicity, that you can right now get on Amazon. They come in both a mic and a non-mic variant, and the one that I've been using does not include the mic. With that being said, let's firstly talk about the cons with these because there are not many. Firstly, quality control. The first copy I got of these had an imbalance between the left and the right channel, meaning that the left channel was a little quieter than the right. So all I did was I used Amazon Prime's replacement feature. It's been fantastic since, and I haven't had any issues. That is something that you should be aware of. These do not have detachable cables, and it's unfortunate because people really do like to be able to swap out cables. It helps improve the longevity of these earbuds. So it is a bummer that it's not on this. The next few cons aren't really cons, rather they're just subjective things that I have noticed throughout my use of these for the past few months. Firstly, the left wire, when it wraps around my ear as a hook, it would just pop off my ear, so that was annoying. Luckily, though, the Moondrop Chus do come with a silicone ear hook that you can put on, and that fixed that issue. The other little nitpick was the cable itself. As you can see here, the cable is very dangly, and it does not have a cinch, meaning you cannot help give these a little bit of organization when they're on you. I do have a little bit of a quick mod or workaround, and that was just getting a cable tie, tying it up, not too tightly, but tight enough where you can slide it on the cables and give it a little bit more organization. Lastly, it's not a con, nor is it a pro per se, but it's the sound signature of these earbuds. They do not have a very boomy V-shaped sound signature. Rather, these are a little more leaning towards neutral, which means that you will have a little bit more presence of the high frequencies and mid frequencies. So they may be a little more sharp or uncomfortable at first, but you do get used to it. And that also isn't to say it has no bass. No, it does have bass. I would say it has very good mid bass presence. I personally find it perfectly fine. Is it my favorite? No. Especially since I have been trying out some other in-ear monitors, but it is very respectable at the price of $20 freaking dollars. Let's actually pivot and now talk about what the Moondrop Chus come with in the box. Well, you get the Moondrop Chus themselves. You get Moondrop's proprietary spring tip ear tips, and we'll get back to that in a moment. It also comes with some silicone ear hooks, as well as a carrying pouch. Let's now touch base with what I mentioned about those spring tips by Moondrop. Guess how much those cost alone if you want to get a small, medium, large pack? It's $13. These earbuds basically cost you $7. And for $7, you get a lot of bang for buck. Not only do they sound really good, let's talk about build quality quickly. These are metal enclosed in-ear monitors. You're not even getting plastic. These have a nice weight to them. They have an excellent texture. The coloration or the design on the in-ear monitors is very classy. You would not think that these are $20. The cable also, I do want to give praise. I love this cable. It is such a nice, soft feeling rubber texture. I love how it's dark translucent gray with a little bit of that red, yellow, green that you can see through. And overall, I just have really high praises to give this cable. Let's now talk about this sound signature. Again, I did mention they do have a more neutral sound, but that isn't to say it sounds clinical or very boring. No. They have character, and I really do enjoy them. And I think the best way to show that would be to now hop into some games. I'm in a Valorant deathmatch, as you can see. And the reason why I've chosen a deathmatch game to play instead of an unrated or comp game, because I feel like this will give us the best idea of being able to hear people's footsteps, which I'm clearly able to do. I have HRTF on, and I also have stereo audio on, just in case you were curious about that. And as far as, being able to hear where everyone is and whatnot, it's working great. It's not very bass heavy, right? But that doesn't really hurt from your ability to hear people. So overall, as far as Valorant goes with Moondrop Chus, $20 earbuds work like a charm. I'd use these in a rated game, and I'd feel pretty confident with what I'm hearing. Let's now see how these perform in CSGO. I'm now in a Dust 2 deathmatch game in CSGO. Again, the reason for doing deathmatch is because it's just a better way of really showing how I'm able to positionally hear everyone, especially with these earbuds. As of now, I'm having a good experience as such. I think something to keep in mind when you are using earbuds or any headphones on CSGO is the gun firing is loud, especially on the AK. On the Moondrop Chu, I would say it is bearably loud. It's not ear piercing. I mean, it gets up there, but it's bearable. This isn't very bass heavy again. However, it doesn't detract from my ability to be aware of where everyone is with respect to me. I'm going to frag out a little more and then we will move into Apex Legends. I've been testing out the Moondrop Chus in Apex Legends arenas, and overall I have very positive things to say. I'm able to properly locate people positionally, and I'm also just really enjoying the form factor. Speaking of the audio quality, it's been very solid. The only thing to mention is that it is more neutral, meaning that you hear those gun firing sounds a little more. They're a little sharper, but nothing that's painful in any way. It's just a little more prominent. Also, the bass is a little less boomy. Now, there is one thing to mention. I have been now wearing these in-ear monitors for a couple hours, and so my ears, especially this area right here behind the earbud, is starting to get sore. It feels like a little bit of a heaviness and a little soreness, but I mean, since I use iems very frequently, it's not something that I'm not used to. Outside of the discomfort though, these have been great. Let's now move on to Fortnite. Diving into Fortnite quite literally, the Moondrop Chus, frankly speaking, do a fantastic job of capturing the audio quality. Like this paragliding sail, it just sounded so nice and real. I need that gun. Give me the gun. Oh God. Nope. Well, now that I died, I'm going to talk to you about my experience using the Chus in Fortnite. Frankly speaking, these are extremely immersive to the Fortnite world. I was actually impressed. For $20 earbuds, these give you a really solid idea of what's happening around you from a positional standpoint in Fortnite. Moreover, everything just sounds really nice and pleasing. Those are my overall thoughts of using the Moondrop Chus in Fortnite. It's very viable and you will genuinely have a good time. With that, let's go to the main screen. What do you think of those game demos? I think that it is the best way for me to, in real time, just tell you what am I experiencing and how these have been to use over the last few months. It has been a really fun time to use these. I love the fact that you're basically paying $7 for these and $13 for really nice spring tip ear tips. If you do want to support me, I do have channel memberships now, so help a homie out, support me. I would be humbled. Hit the like button, subscribe button. And these have been my thoughts of the Moondrop Chus, especially in gaming situations. This is Mango Talks Tech. Click that video to keep the tech binging going,